all of the ladies surprised and impressed me in the rock wall experience. I did think that they would all be successful before they made the attempt, but I was particularly impressed at the fact that once it was pointed out to them, they all were able to see that this wall was a metaphor for their lives and that something could be put in front of them that was scary and challenging, and that if they worked hard enough and supported each other, they could be successful.
This 40-foot wall represents the changes you're trying to make in your life right now. I want you to face your fear.
You know, these women had a lot of influence on each other. They did an amazing job of motivating each other, of protecting each other, and of encouraging each other. I was particularly fascinated by the fact that the person who was the best at keeping everyone motivated rotated throughout the process. Sometimes it was Morgan being the cheerleader, sometimes it was Megan being the diplomat, sometimes it was Anna putting her arm around someone, encouraging them, sometimes it was Shauna giving somebody a little punch in the arm and saying, you can do it, and sometimes it was Lydia trying to make them laugh. They took turns supporting and helping each other, and I think that's part of why they were successful. I always say that mood and energy are very contagious. That was the case in all the activities that Jessie did with the ladies, and that was also the case in group therapy. When we would be having a dynamic conversation about the rock wall, for example, you could feel the energy lifting in the room of people talking about how proud they were of themselves and how much progress they had made. And then on the flip side, when the conversation about Shauna was happening and she was feeling protective about what occurred between her and Jessie, the whole tide shifted and everybody was down and depressed and dragging and needed to be lifted up. I think in the end, everyone accepted personal responsibility for their condition, but I think it was the greatest struggle for Shauna. Having been in beauty pageants and being a fitness trainer, it's very hard to look at yourself and think, you know, I may have failed, I wasn't who I thought I should be. The person that surprised me the most had to be Morgan. She had injuries constantly through this process. Some of her family wasn't fully supportive, and yet she was really successful very quickly.